What happens when you stop giving a narcissist attention and they know you refuse to be controlled? We're back for another episode. Please accept my warmest welcome to those who have arrived today. Your support is necessary for the existence of my channel. We appreciate your thoughtful consideration. I'd appreciate it if you could also subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so you don't miss any newly uploaded videos. Likewise, I'm delighted to meet you. The soft spot of a narcissist is the main topic of discussion today. When it comes to a narcissist, understanding their weak point is definitely important. When you stop paying attention to the narcissist, they will immediately see this as an attack, even if you're trying to defend yourself. Because narcissists thrive on being the focus of attention, they have a lot of quirks. There is a strong desire on their part to be the focus of attention at all times. Additionally, they relished being begged or pursued to do or be anything. Because of this, they enjoy playing games on their victims, such as not responding to texts or taking a long time to respond. They're counting on you to do anything and everything to pique their interest. So, it's like slapping them in the face if you ignore them or block them when you turn around and stop paying attention to them. But still, this is what I'd advise you to do. If you can, try to make the narcissist's silence last as long as possible by blocking and going no contact. Keeping up with the emotional and psychological tricks of a narcissist, on the other hand, is exhausting. And the only thing you can do is ignore the narcissist if you can't declare no contact. So, I'd like to take a moment to discuss the best times to ignore a narcissist. They hate it when we show them that we are ready and eager to treat them the way they treat us, so we must do just that. Also, due to their double standards. Narcissists can't tolerate being ignored, but will do so to others instantly. You may think now that you've blocked them or stopped communicating with them, everything is at peace again. But we know it's not the case at all. Narcissists would still feel entitled to you even after you ignore them. Just that your encounters with them are minimal and the fact that you are not emotionally interacting with them is intolerable to them. Consequently, the guilt and insecurity that narcissists experience due to being ignored fuels their rage and need to exact revenge. It enrages them because they constantly crave attention and validation. Narcissists have an inflated view of their importance and believe that others are merely there to serve and assist them. Because of this, a narcissist can't put you first all the time. Everything becomes about them once they've acquired what they wanted through the love bombing. It's time to bring you down so they may feel good about themselves instead of making you feel better. You should be just as concerned about their wants and needs as they are. When you begin to disregard a narcissist, this is one of the most dangerous and personal things you can do to them. Anything but ignore them is preferred by the narcissist. It hurts them a lot to be treated as if they don't matter. You don't have to give a narcissist the silent treatment if you don't want to, but when you don't respond to their deceptive messages or engage in discussion with them, not responding to their phone calls, you're putting enough triggers in this case. You just need to hold yourself back and do nothing in situations where you don't feel like interacting with them. All of this informs the narcissist that you are uninterested and don't wish to engage in conversation or anything with them. When the narcissist is neglected, one of two things can happen. They may conclude that you're declaring war on them if you ignore them. Therefore, you should prepare for normal gossip and attempt to turn others against you. The narcissist's second tactic is to draw your attention to themselves by engaging in activities that they are aware you would find acceptable or like. Narcissists will do whatever it takes to attract your attention if you don't notice them. This is the source of their power. This means that you must be willing and able to dismiss not only their negative but also positive aspects. You're being lured back into the drama by the positive things, which are just a ruse to keep you on an emotional roller coaster. So, whatever the outcome, you must maintain your composure and avoid becoming agitated. The narcissist won't be able to mess you up or affect your mood if you do this. Doing nothing is usually the best course of action when dealing with narcissists. Only positive energy, no negativity, and no pain are allowed in this environment. In this case, it is better if you are not affected by anything the narcissist says or does. You won't be startled by anything the narcissist does once you know what to expect because it's always the same. The essential thing is that you no longer play a role in their games. In the meantime, How has ignoring a narcissist worked for you in your own life? This is all for today's video. I'm pleased if you find this information helpful. Please share your ideas and stories in the space provided. And for future videos, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button below. Thank you so much for listening to what I had to say. When a narcissist thinks you're tough to control, this is what they'll do to weaken your resolve. Thank you for clicking this video. First, I want to welcome everyone before starting today's video. My channel would not exist without your support. Thank you so much. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new videos uploaded on this channel. Let's begin. Narcissists always operate in a way that is best for themselves, even when they pretend otherwise. Therefore, it is of the utmost need to grasp this basic yet fundamental concept when it comes to dealing with narcissists. This is due to the fact that in certain respects, normies are also engaging in projection. They give narcissists the feeling of empathy and sympathy, which is exactly what they want. These people just can't think of somebody who isn't capable of expressing empathy exist. As a result of this, the narcissist finds it quite simple to pick on these people. If you're a victim of a narcissist, you probably don't have time to think about how or why someone could be such a disgusting, greedy, and manipulative without the slightest bit of care towards others. It doesn't really make a difference if narcissists are aware of how negatively they impact the lives of other people. One of their primary objectives is to delay their victims' discovery of their deception for as long as possible. And when the time comes that you finally discover the narcissist's true characteristics and refuse to be controlled, things won't be so good for you. But you need to remain strong and determined because this is what they will do to get you under their control again. First, expect all kinds of dishonesty, blatant lies, and fact omission. Lies are false statements that are prepared and presented as if they were truthful and accurate. When it comes to getting what they want, as we all know, narcissists are more than happy to say anything it takes. They dishonestly tell you the truth right in front of your face, as well as concealing the truth in order to tell a lie. Primarily, the narcissist seeks to keep you hidden behind a veil of secrecy and deception so that he or she can abuse your lack of knowledge of critical information that might influence your decision-making in his or her favor. In order to keep everyone dancing to the same tune, they manipulate you and your sense of yourself by saying whatever it takes to keep everyone in their place. Secondly, they insist on dominance and control. In order for narcissists to take advantage of their chosen target, they must first gain complete control over them. They'll frequently try to exert their authority over every element of your existence. In certain cases, this conduct manifests itself in several ways, including but not limited to managing the money, making dinner plans, deciding how your children are raised, deciding where you live, and deciding whether or not to work. Telling the narcissist to go away is the finest thing you can do for yourself, unless you don't mind having your every move regulated. Your only option, as I presume you do, is to sever the connection. It's not always as simple as it appears, and with children in tow, it's much more challenging. Another example is if they're an elderly family member, a coworker, or an employer. There is, however, always a way out of every situation. And the path to rehabilitation begins with self-healing and recovery work, as well as establishing a strong support network. This is a team effort, and I think none of us can do it alone. Next, number 3 is crazy-making conversations and facts twisting. What's going on with this one? The narcissist claims to have said or done something, only to later deny it. Don't fool around with your own perceptions. You are being used as a pawn in an elaborate ruse to invalidate and denigrate you, make you doubt your own sanity and your own vision of reality, and gradually drive you insane over a period of time. A narcissist's tendency to engage in mind-bending, crazy-making conversations like this usually emerges fairly quickly. As long as they can get your attention, they'll be able to drain your critical life force energy and still be entertained. The narcissist gets all the benefits. They employ nonsensical talk to keep you spinning in circles, dancing like a puppet on strings, attempting to explain and defend your position, while exerting a great deal of effort in an attempt to reach them, be heard, and be understood by them. What follows is the following strategy, which I'd like to share with you. 4. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is abuse and manipulation in which the person doing it lies, rejects, and invalidates what you think you know about the situation. To back up their own skewed story, narcissists will change and twist facts, downplay relationship crimes, and leave out big parts of the truth. Convince you that they're not guilty while making you doubt your reality. The point of giving you false information is to make you doubt your memory and what you know to be true. Any harm they cause is made to look like they didn't mean it or didn't even know what they were doing. Narcissism is all about changing the past to make things better for themselves. Remind people that they are wonderful people. 5. Emotional blackmail. The narcissist uses emotional blackmail as another means of manipulating others. Unfortunately, empaths who haven't yet discovered their own personal power can be particularly vulnerable to its effects. This is because the narcissist is well aware that their intended victim wants the narcissist's affection and endorsement. Most of us want to feel safe and secure and be loved. We'd also want to be accepted and validated. In addition, the narcissist will take advantage of your lack of self-confidence. A potential fake could tell you that they might propose to you someday if only you're good enough, give you a raise, a promotion, or an award to show you how much you're valued. Withholding emotional support is just one of the ways they'll keep you searching for their acceptance. In the meantime, you're wondering if there's something wrong with you in some way, or show proper degrees of compassion, care, and concern. As a result, no matter how hard you try or how well you perform, they will always find fault with you and continue to withhold any kind of support, emotional or otherwise. If only you'd done it this way, or if you'd done it in a different way, I would have helped you or supported you more. Of course, this is a lie. There's no limit to the condescending ways they'll try to make you feel unworthy, inferior, incompetent, and little. Whichever method the narcissist uses, they must keep you low and dependent on them for your sense of identity. The irony is that they are using these tactics in the first place because they lack self-awareness and need to control you in order to receive their fix of narcissistic supply. 6. Passive aggression. In this, narcissists are using emotional manipulation things like the silent treatment, rolling their eyes, talking about you as if you weren't there, or just glaring at you, in addition to ignoring or otherwise marginalizing you consciously. In order to minimize and excuse the narcissist's hurtful insults, they will claim they are merely trying to be helpful and provide a solution to the problem. The narcissist believes that their attacks and insults are nothing more than a sincere effort on their part to assist. This has nothing to do with the situation, but rather you're just too sensitive to it. Any other person who they've persuaded of your inferiority will likely follow with more put-downs and disappointment on their part. This narcissistic approach is to degrade, dominate, and belittle you while masking the narcissist's apparent fault. When a narcissist refuses to communicate, for example, it is known as silent treatment. They punish you with an emotional and/or physical detachment to make you behave. For what purpose? Even if they utilize this strategy as one of their preferred methods, they employ it in order to convey disrespect and signal that you are not worthy of their respect. It's important to be reminded of your inferiority so that you don't lose sight of how the narcissist sees you, as well as to intentionally cause you to feel rejected and abandoned. Emotional manipulators and their spineless accomplices are shown to be harsh in this case. They simply lack empathy. That's all there is to say about today's video. As always, I hope this information was of some service to you. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching this video. What happens if a narcissist is unable to control you? What are their options? The narcissist is one of the most dangerous sorts of people to deal with, as he solely sees other people as resources that may be utilized to achieve his goals, which are only to be boasted about, never to be realized. They only regard us as a means to an end. The narcissist sees other people as nothing more than pawns in their quest to attain their goals and dreams. Someone who doesn't see you as an entire person, with all of your thoughts and feelings and goals in mind. They don't deserve respect, and yet they highly demand it. One of the most distressing and upsetting things for a narcissist is having someone in their inner circle whom they have no control over. Narcissists would find these people a huge impediment because they would be unable to tolerate any of their traits. Narcissists hate them. Narcissists despise losing, so the idea that they couldn't get their way or obtain the person they desire is unpleasant. When narcissists lose at something, from a game to a profession to a personal relationship to anything else, they're reminded that they're not in control of anything or anyone. This is something that can happen in any situation. When someone has a personality that encompasses everything a narcissist despises in another person, this can drive a narcissist nut. But before talking more about this, I'd like to express my gratitude to everyone who has taken the time to watch this video. It is with great pleasure that I can greet you all and thank you for joining me on this journey. My channel would not exist without your support. Thank you so much. I'd also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new videos uploaded on this channel. Let's begin. Narcissists have a particular dislike for certain personality traits, and I'll explain why in today's video. The narcissist will quickly lose interest in you if you possess at least 2 of these. If you keep your cool and remain calm, you'll be able to put any narcissists in their place without hurting yourself. 1. People who respect and uphold their personal boundaries. People who know and value their personal boundaries have the power to drive even the most egotistical nuts. This means they shouldn't be taken for granted. As a result, they have no inclination to abide by the orders of others. These people will loudly reject any attempts by narcissists to enforce their desires on them. Narcissists despise those who are unwavering in their beliefs and unwilling to compromise. Narcissists will lash out in wrath if you try to limit their claim on other people's lives or time. They'll go berserk and eventually expose all of their bad traits, starting from envy and resentment. 2. Brave and unafraid individuals. One of the requirements is that this person has no fear of the narcissist at all. This means that when the time comes, they will not hesitate to confront or correct the narcissist's behaviors. There will be no more excuses for whatever dishonesty or lies the narcissist made. Narcissists find it difficult to relax and enjoy the company of these people because it means they're constantly in danger of being exposed. 3. Someone who is not the least bit impressed by the narcissist's shenanigans. It indicates that these people have not accepted the narcissist's false self-image. Acknowledging or praising the narcissist's achievements takes a long time for them to do. Before they get too close, people who think like this seek verification that the person they're getting to know is truly who they say they are. They aren't in a rush to meet new people or increase their social network. A nice grin and a spotless appearance aren't enough to inspire confidence in these people to put their trust in the narcissist. 4. Someone who makes the narcissist feel inferior. These people are strong and intimidating. They're able to make the narcissist feel inferior even when doing nothing. These people have a low opinion of the narcissist and will go out of their way to avoid being around him or her at all costs. So, the narcissist will not be invited to their houses, and they won't hesitate to reject narcissists' invites either. No amount of time spent with the narcissist could possibly satisfy this person's yearning to be alone. Thus, they're more inclined to gray rock or ignore the narcissist when they exhibit aberrant behavior because of this. They don't give a single thought to the narcissist, and this makes the narcissist crazy. 5. People who are more successful than the narcissist. Narcissists can't stand someone who is more successful or has something he or she lacks. When one person is married and the narcissist is not, this is an example of a scenario. Another example is the narcissist may not have a car or home, whereas the other person does. Another individual has the ability to travel, but the narcissist may not be able to afford it, and so on. A narcissist would stop at nothing to ensure that no one else is able to have or do anything they don't have or can't accomplish. Narcissists are full of jealousy and don't enjoy it when others succeed in life more than they do. 6. A free-spirited person. When it comes to interests, a free-spirited individual doesn't care what other people think of them. This group is unconcerned with what other people think of them or how they appear to others. Narcissists can't stand to be around this person because they can only dream of living their life the way the other person is now living it, a state called narcissistic envy, which is why the narcissist can't get along with these people. Narcissists dislike people who are always happy and cheerful, and because free spirits tend to be carefree and upbeat most of the time, narcissists find it repulsive. When other individuals show true joy and delight, it irritates narcissists to no end. The narcissist is driven to madness by the belief that they will never have what these people have, because it makes them feel inferior to others. Narcissists despise those who speak more than they do. People who are not scared to admit when they are wrong are considerably more useful than those who are. Narcissists take great pleasure in preaching their own merits and displaying their achievements. Some of their more well-known traits include whining and gossiping, as well as telling amusing tales. Most of the lies that narcissists say are complete fabrications. When someone has a strong personality and is able to command attention and pull others to themselves, a narcissist's worst nightmare is realized. In the end, it all boils down to the word genuine. Everything I've just described is connected to this single word. Someone with genuine character is a person who is honest in every aspect of their life. With them, you receive exactly what you're looking for if you're doing business with them. On the other hand, those who are narcissistic believe that everyone else is false and fake, just like them. The narcissist's goal is often the polar opposite of what you want. Authentic people are unwelcomed in the narcissist's view of the world. In narcissist minds, there is no doubt that all people are faking it. However, because of their discomfort, the narcissist will retreat into their cocoon and avoid persons who exhibit these behaviors. Because of their knowledge of the ways in which narcissists think and behave, this person has an advantage over others. In turn, the narcissist will feel hot and cold inside. There is no way they can deceive this individual, and worse, they know they might be exposed if they try. Narcissists, therefore, usually devise an escape plan or do all they can to avoid persons who fit this profile. Narcissists despise the truth, and these people are in a situation where the truth is on their side. The kind of person who is also honest with everyone they meet. Narcissists are afraid of these people because they represent everything the narcissist is not. Narcissists' destructive behavior can be put an end to by those who exhibit these characteristics or actions. There is nothing they can do but distribute seeds of doubt and mistrust in the hope that some will take root or that they will find someone else who shares their thoughts about the person they're trying to corrupt. The only way they can get rid of these people is if they get others on board with them. When a narcissist is unable to influence or control someone, they become animosity toward that person. Narcissists' worst nightmares are people that have many of the characteristics I've outlined here today, particularly. The narcissist doesn't impress them because of their unwavering authenticity, their well-defined limits, and their general lack of interest in the narcissist. When faced with a narcissist, they show no fear. Their story is accurate. They have a positive outlook on life. They have a healthy feeling of awe and reverence in life and in themselves. Toxic people can easily be identified and avoided by them. The narcissist has no control over such things. So, we've come to an end for the day. Please use the space provided below to ask any queries or make any comments. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Exposing what the narcissist wants after you're no longer with them. Hi everyone, another episode is here for you all. In today's video, we're going to talk about the importance of emotionally detaching from a narcissist for the rest of our life, so let's jump right in. You can tell whether someone is narcissistic by talking to them about something they have done or said to you that upsets you. Most people will initially get defensive, which is quite understandable. In contrast, those who are not narcissists will eventually come around to your perspective and repent for their actions. In contrast, narcissists refuse to compromise. They'll be on guard and accuse you of placing them in a position where they feel they have to insult you. They may even demand an apology from you because they think you've been disrespectful to them, since they have severe victim mentalities. Actually, this is very important and critical that people should understand its relevance because narcissists may prevent us from moving on even without being physically present in our lives. There are two things that can keep you tied with a narcissist, even if you've given your all and established no contact or limited contact with them. As long as the narcissist is still a narcissist, it doesn't matter how you got rid of them or how they got rid of you. After dealing with a narcissist, there are three possible outcomes. Some people may get right back up and go on with their lives. Then there are individuals that need a little more effort to break free of their mental and emotional shackles. I'm speaking to individuals who are still in love with the narcissist despite their trauma bond. Finally, the third is individuals consumed by rage and resentment because of their animosity toward the narcissist. The final two categories will be the focus of this video because they basically still have some attachment to the narcissist. Narcissists are known for their emotional investment and commitment to their victims, and these two factors are indicative of this. And from there, we can find the problem. As long as you are emotionally invested in the narcissist, it makes no difference which one you have. To begin, let's talk about love. It's true that even after all that they've been through, some people still fall in love with narcissists. There is still a desire or expectation that the narcissist will return, appear, or even hoover them up again. Because they're in a trauma bond, some people would actually prefer to be hoovered up by the narcissist. After all, not all of your interactions with the narcissist were negative, and you may keep thinking of the positive aspect of them. During the love bombing phase, they did treat us as if we were valuable and loved. People find it hard to believe that a person can go from being their ideal spouse to their greatest nightmare in a matter of months. I stress the importance of making a mental shift in how you regard the narcissist, and that shift must begin with acceptance. Accepting that they're not who they say they are, as well as many other things. First, you have to acknowledge and recognize that you have a problem, which is the same with trauma bonds as with any other problem you may have. For those of us who still crave the narcissist, even though we know they are a bad influence, we may have a trauma attachment, and we must break free from that. In order to avoid falling into the trap of rationalizing or denying the narcissist's terrible behavior, it's a good idea to write down or keep a journal of all the unpleasant things he or she has done or said to you and how those things made you feel. You'll be able to refer to it whenever you start to miss the narcissist, which will come in handy. In addition to this, you may want to seek professional treatment to discuss your experience, your pain, and your betrayal. For many, this can be a source of comfort and even closure. While you're going through the motions, don't forget to take time for yourself, do the things you enjoy, and remember the people who bring you joy. Regaining your self-confidence and distancing yourself from the narcissist will be made easier with this approach. As part of your self-love and self-development, it's a good idea to keep a notebook in which you only write nice things about yourself, your loved ones, and your dreams. Secondly, let's move on to the subject of hatred. I want to emphasize this. We must understand that harboring ill will against the narcissist is far more damaging to our own well-being than it is to that person. Being worried or concerned with how or what the narcissist is going to do next might put you in a tense and even paranoid state of mind. Your neurological system and the immune system might be damaged by all the stress and negative energy you're exposed to on a daily basis, making you both physically and mentally ill, to put it simply. Above all, the narcissist's hatred for us is like love to us. There's only a thin line between love and hate, and so the attachment is quite the same. After taking everything away from us, the narcissist no longer requires any more of our resources, time, energy, or emotions. Having a narcissist occupying your thoughts and feelings is exactly what they desire. A full emotional detachment is what we should be aiming for, where we know all about them and don't care anymore. We have to get to the point where they are no longer relevant to our lives. We no longer care about them, even though we still have to deal with them on a daily basis. Their thoughts, behaviors, and even their very existence will become clear to them. It's important to note, though, that narcissists can be emotionally draining. Keep in mind that we must become emotionally detached if we want to succeed in escaping the narcissist's grip. There is only indifference. Neither love nor hate exists here. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found my explanation to be helpful. Feel free to share your opinion and experiences in the comments section below. Consider subscribing to our channel and click the bell icon to be notified of our subsequent videos. Thank you. This is something narcissists will always do when you're not around. Welcome to another episode. First, I want to welcome everyone before starting today's video. My channel would not exist without your support. Thank you so much. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new videos uploaded on this channel. Let's begin. Narcissists prefer keeping secrets because it offers them more power and control over their environment. Narcissists hide many things from others, but one thing stands out because it has a significant impact on everyone involved. One thing is clear: narcissistic supplies are a necessity for them. However, there's one thing that makes them even more enthused. By being dishonest or committing adultery in their relationships, the best-kept secret is that of a narcissist. When they're not caught, they feel like they have complete control over everyone's lives. Before we get into the topic, here are a few reasons why narcissists cheat on their partners, even when they have all that they could possibly desire. It doesn't matter whether the situation is good because narcissists get bored when there's nothing to do. There is no fuel in the absence of drama. Let's be aware of how they act when cheating, how they respond when they're caught, as well as the person with whom they are most likely to have an affair. Infidelity does not simply refer to engaging in sexual activity with another person outside of a committed relationship. Rather, it also includes emotionally betraying a partner. When it comes to being emotionally or physically unfaithful to their partners, I believe that all narcissists do so at some point. Why does this happen? Let's find out. Narcissists cheat because they don't care about other people's feelings. They'll act as if you don't exist once you leave their company. Narcissists find it easy to neglect you, take advantage of you, and then discard you when you no longer bring value or when you're not looking at them. As a result, they'll have no problem swindling you out of your money, stabbing you from behind, and cheating on you. On top of all of this, narcissists tend to be dishonest to begin with. In addition to their covetousness of everything, narcissists tend to cheat. Due to this, even if things appear going well between you and them, they'll still be looking for a way to gain something else from others that you can't offer. In their minds, they're entitled to whatever they want, regardless of whether or not they need it. Another factor is that they've had enough of the monotony of their daily routines. In calm water, they can't keep their excitement. Once they've seized control of you, they'll quickly become tired of the lack of new challenges. There comes the point where they're sick of seeing the same individual all the time. Narcissists have a duty to keep them busy while simultaneously expanding their supply bank, acquiring new sources of supply. The narcissist, however, may surprise you with their choice of a supply. Narcissists' current affair may not be anyone better than you. You may find their relationship repulsive in terms of their personality traits, outlooks, and even attitudes. For instance, you may ask why they would cheat on you with someone like this when they already have a better relationship with you. Why is it that they have to lower their standards in a partner? While you keep wondering why the narcissist is cheating on you, in reality, the narcissist is the real issue here, not you or their current relationship. The second factor is narcissists' insatiable desire for things they don't have. They're so envious that they can't seem to get enough of anything. Ex-partners are also included in this, and they'll even assume they still own them. They often have affairs with their ex-spouses because of this. It is fairly common for these people to cheat on their current spouses in order to rekindle a relationship with an ex. Narcissistic people will even chase those who are already married or in committed relationships in order to take what is rightfully theirs, or so they think. Even though they say they're just hanging out with the boys or gals, if it's without you, then you should consider it as a sign that they're into something. The motives of a narcissist are never good. Observe how narcissists' attitudes and appearances change dramatically when they cheat or contemplate cheating. As you may guess, they'll likely put more effort into their appearance or invest more in their physical outfits than they typically would. They'll also try to break up with you momentarily in order to have sex with someone else, which is a common occurrence. And to recover your trust again, they'll come back at you, stating they're sorry for everything and that they'll never hurt you again. As a result, the narcissist will have a rationale for their actions if they're ever found out. This kind of gory stuff happens a lot. This allowed them to seize the opportunity for unfaithfulness without fear because they already knew how to defend their actions. Making the most of a bad circumstance was the goal. That brings me to the end of my argument. Faced with the consequences of their behavior, narcissists are more prone to try to justify them. What they did was not entirely their mistake, and it's because of a reason, which is fabricated, that they ended up doing that. In order to explain their acts, narcissists try to twist the truth or remove it from it completely. They would say they cheated because you made their lives difficult. They make it like it only occurred because of your actions. They made this decision in order to avoid admitting the fact that they're cheating or having sex with another person. That is the last thing they want to be perceived as. They become angry when you expose them as dishonest people. The goal of these people is to deceive us into accepting or tolerating their damaging behavior, after which they place the blame on us for our own lapses in judgment. They're pointing the finger at us, fully knowing what they did. When someone cheats on you and then blames it on you, it's the ultimate insult to your self-worth, don't you think? The narcissist you care about will not hesitate to accuse you of not showing enough interest in them. To put it another way, it's vital to remember that a narcissist's motivations for cheating on their partner are rarely linked to the current status of their relationship. Combined with their avarice and aversion to boredom, these people are constantly on the lookout for new sources of supply. So, what do you think of this? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. I hope you found this information useful. To ensure that you don't miss any videos from this channel in the future, consider subscribing